Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Impact Wrestling Report. Yes, your GFW Impact Report here at OneWrestling.com. It's GFW Impact 8/24, 2017. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who I am the Mark of the Master, the Man with the Plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some GFW Impact Wrestling today. And I am joined, as always, not only by you guys, but also Carl the cameraman, who I sincerely appreciate every single day. And you know, I think he does a great job here, and he keeps the camera steady. That's why I call you the steady hand of OneWrestling.com, so on and so forth. And you know, the whole talk about you getting a raise and stuff, you know, we can always talk about that later on. You know, what? I understand. I know things are getting rough. You know, taking the train, everything in New York City. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I drive a decent car. That's none of your business. Anyway, listen, we'll talk about that later, right? The whole raise thing, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, listen, guys. I'm gonna start this Impact review off a little differently. I'm gonna start off with giving my opinion about something. Last week, and I'm talking about last week. Now I'm recording this 8/25/2017 in the morning, very early. Last week, yeah, I knew who was gonna win the main event this week. Why? Well, because for some reason I log on to Facebook and I have, well, the winner of the match. If you guys don't know, I'm not going to spoil it right now. Well, I pretty much spoiled it in the thumbnail. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, so you know what? We have Eli Drake, dummy. Yeah. I'm talking here. Eli Drake gets on Facebook, and this is all through Impact Wrestling social media. He gets on Facebook and he starts talking about how he went a whole hour and how he went through the entire Gauntlet. Not only did I not know, excuse me, that he won the match, I knew how long he was in match. I mean, seriously, it just makes no sense. And I know GFW has people that are in charge of social media, but and I understand it's a recorded show, it's taped, whatever. But why are you gonna put your World Heavyweight Champion or whoever it is on social media a week before the show? What? It gives me no reason to come back and watch it. I gotta be honest with you guys. The only reason I'm here right now is because of you guys. Because apparently, for some reason, you guys like to hear me talk about GFW. So I'm here, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna do the Impact Attack over with over at Ben Hameen later on today. We're gonna record it sometime later on this evening. It'll be up Saturday, depending on when you're watching this video. And I'm not gonna be so nice. This really upset me, and I think it's really bad. And I think GFW, Jeff Jarrett, or whoever's in charge, need to really look into who is running their social media. This was a huge mistake. It gave you no reason to come back this week. This is my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. This doesn't necessarily reflect the opinions of OneWrestling.com, so I want to know your opinion, guys. Leave your comments here below. Tweet at Impact Wrestling. Tweet at GFW. Tweet at Jeff Jarrett. Tweet at Karen Jarrett. Let them know how you feel about this, because I was extremely disappointed. But anyway, listen. The show wasn't bad, and I think the show would have been better if I didn't know what the hell was going to go on later on in the evening. With all that being said, we have Bobby Lashley, who arrives at the arena. Now, last week at the end of the show, apparently there was a whole freaking melee backstage with Jeff Jarrett, and then freaking James Storm got involved with the MMA guys and the coach and everything. Like, I forgot the freaking coach's name, but it is what it is. And that coach is being a real pain in the behind, I gotta be honest with you. And his boys are being a real pain in the behind. Listen, you come into the wrestling ring, you come into the wrestling arena, you're a guest. And I'm kayfabing here, but the truth is the truth. I mean, you have to respect where you are. You don't go choking out officials. Ridiculous. It's like if I went behind the camera and started choking Carl out. What happened? Alright, it's happened once or twice, but it doesn't matter. I'm not talking about you, Carl. What's wrong with you, man? I'm trying to do this here. Always freaking airing our dirty laundry out. Raised this and choked out that and slept with your girlfriend this. Huh? No, nothing. Anyway, so, you know, Jeff Jarrett, and then they come to the arena, and Jeff Jarrett's trying to be a nice guy, and then the freaking coach of American Top Team is being a douche. An absolute douchebag. He doesn't want to give him the hand. You know, they got the big Samoan guy over there giving the fist. It's big fist. Anyway, that's what she said. So, We have Jim Cornette, and he's given the whole rah-rah speech, and I gotta be honest, I think it was a good rah-rah speech. You know, and he talks about, basically, I'm gonna paraphrase everything. You know, listen, we are fighting for, you guys are fighting to be part of this great company, and you are fighting for the richest prize. I like the way he calls it, the richest prize. They really see, Jim Cornette has the ability to put this title over, to make it something really, really important. Let's be honest. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship is the #1 title in the world. Right? Let's be real. What's number 2? I don't think it's the Universal Championship, to be honest with you. IWGP Championship? Maybe number 2. Do you put the ROH Championship above the Impact Wrestling Championship? No, it'll probably be WWE Championship, New Japan Pro Wrestling Championship, IWGP Championship, maybe even the Universal title, and then you start. You know what? I would even put the NXT title, the World Championship, above the Impact Championship. I mean, at this point in juncture, that title, in my opinion, has lost so much luster. But they have the ability to take it to another level if the cards are played right. And again, I go back to the fact that you can't stooge off what you're doing a week ahead of time. This title, which they don't use anymore, for me it meant something. It had a lineage of well over a decade. Had great wrestlers that held that title. You know, so I mean, it is what it is. I'm talking about guys like Sting. I'm talking about guys like AJ Styles. You know, I mean, you can go on and on with really, really great Kurt Angle, really great wrestlers that held that title. You know, you even go, I mean, almost as recent as Eddie Edwards. You know, I mean, yeah, Eddie Edwards. No, Eddie Edwards is freaking damn good. Like I said, this review is going to be a little different because I just, things bothered me. And he goes on and he says that, look, speaking to 18 out of the 20 members tonight, I don't want to see any of this on TMZ. And they brought up TMZ all the time. I don't know if they're trying to get TMZ to put them over or something like that. I don't know. And there's going to be a mystery opponent, which they kind of put over last week, who was going to be, more or less. Anyway. OVE, Ohio versus everyone, versus basically 2 enhancement talents. I forgot what the name, the Fire Squad or something like that. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to be joking or anything like that. I'm trying to put you guys down. I just can't remember your name, and I didn't write it down in my notes. It was pretty much a squash match, and we have the Chris brothers who actually win with a high-low double team kick. It was pretty much easy, pretty much quick, or was it? Well, this is another team that really doesn't impress me. I read the comments here last week, and I know some of you guys really like them. They're a little small. I know they're wild and crazy. There's something about them that just doesn't click. Now, Reno Scum, they mentioned them this week, excuse me. That is a team. Luster the Legend is a beast. I call him Hellboy. His tag team partner is actually injured right now, but they're going to be back soon, guys. And I got to be honest with you. You give me Reno Scum, you give me OVE, I'm taking Reno Scum 10 out of 12 times. Why did I go 10 out of 12? Anyway. Oh, because I just said the whole 10 out of... Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, they just don't impress me. I don't know if it's their physique. I don't know if it's their look. Their look is very grunge, very 90s, if it makes any sense. I mean, a lot of you guys are probably, under the age of 20 or maybe 20 and just above. But back in my day, with the eye makeup and stuff, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. And the kid with the sweater, with the freaking sleeveless hoodie, I don't know. Not really impressed. I'm sorry, guys. I might get heat for this, especially for the Impact Wrestling fans. But see, those characters would work for a team, a bigger team, And I'm talking about physically imposing. Now these guys are good. They did some innovative. I mean, they did some gimmick where some move where he did a freaking spiked DDT from out inside the ring onto the ring apron. Really, really cool. But other than that, man, I mean, like Matt Hardy, they're just, in my opinion, they're just a bunch of spot monkeys. Yes. Not really impressed. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, please convince me otherwise. Tell me why in the comments below why you think these guys are awesome. And again, I think they're good wrestlers. Do I think they're a top team? Should be a top team in any organization as big as Impact Wrestling? No, I'm sorry. I don't think so. So I'm sorry if you feel like I'm burying these guys, but I'm just being very, very brutally honest. And again, this is maybe a different side of me that you've seen, because you know, that really ticked me off about the whole Eli Drake, or should I Eli Drake, dummy, yeah, dummy, putting stuff up a week before. Not Eli Drake, it's not his fault, I'm sure. Anyway, they showed Jim Cornette in the office, and well, he's with Eli Drake, and Eli Drake and him, you know, they walk in, and anyway, long story short, Eli Drake is #1, and Eli Drake says, look, you know, I meant I was #1. I didn't want to be #1. I mean, like, I'm good and stuff. And Jim Cornette's like, well, you know what? Would you leave me alone if I give you a different number? Would you? And Eli Drake's like, yeah, of course. Well, you're #2. It's the same thing, which was awesome. I liked it. I really, you know, Jim Cornette, man, I've always been a big fan of Jim Cornette, guys. I do love him. I love the way he puts over a promo. I love the way he puts over talent, the way he speaks, the way he talks. Bruce Pritchard never sold me, never liked his character on Impact Wrestling. I think Jim Cornette is a perfect authority figure. Heel or babyface, doesn't matter. This guy can do it all. Fantastic. And then we have the beautiful Taryn Terrell. My God, this woman looks so freaking good. And she was literally spilling out of the top. At one point, she was running around, and those, they almost, you know. Whew. Anyway, thought I saw like a brown sunset. But Taryn Terrell comes to the ring, and she's wow, man, she's wearing some of that old dollhouse gear. And anyway, she was asked by JB, why did you attack Gail Kim? And you know, she gives, you know, reasons that are very valid. I mean, Gail Kim doesn't even follow her on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you didn't follow me on Twitter, you know, I'd be a very upset. And by the way, follow me on Twitter, guys. At Big Race Show, Instagram, and every other social media, Snapchat, even though I'm never on it. Yeah. So she's really pissed, basically, and she really puts. I mean, I think she's great. I really think Taryn Terrell is great. Not just great looking and delicious. Did I say that? But also, she's pretty decent in the ring, and I'm looking forward to seeing her in that feud with Gail Kim. I'm a little confused as to why Gail Kim and her are feuding, but I guess they're going to kind of push it, and hopefully Gail Kim wins that title, then retires. But for now, this is a nice feud. And again, this feud goes way deep, guys. I'm talking about way back in the TNA days. So anyways, as she's spewing off at the mouth, Gail Kim comes to the ring, and she looks pissed, and she looks like she's ready for action. But JB cock blocks, and he gets in the way, and he stops Gail Kim from getting her hands, who is also very beautiful. My God, these are beautiful women, man. I mean, I sound like a fiend, don't I? But I'm not. I swear, I am a one-woman man. I love my woman very much, and apparently I loved Carl's woman very much. 8 times 2 nights ago. Anyway, what? Never mind. Just focus on the camera. The audio is a different gimmick. Anyway, Bobby Lashley and his team walk into the office of Jim Cornette, and Jim is not happy. And see, I love the way Jim interacted with Bobby's trainer, and they go back and forth. And you know, Jim says basically what I was saying, and it's true. You know, you have to respect. You know, I respect you guys. I respect you guys. I respect everything you do, but you gotta respect our world. If we can agree. Anyway, finally, we have this cool little vignette of Taya. I don't know if I'm gonna say it right, but Valkyrie. But you know what? She has been. She's trained by Lance Storm. If I can be serious for a moment, AAA, Lucha Underground. I mean, this girl is, and she looks fantastic. Really cool promo, man. I liked it. I don't know, man. It's kind of like let's say Lord of the Rings, but what's that show everybody watches on HBO now? I don't know. My woman's always trying to get me to watch it. I forget that. Lord of the Rings? No, I just said that. What's the gimmick on HBO? What's the gimmick on HBO, Carl's, that everybody watches and I don't watch anymore? By the time I pulled up on anyway, Game of Thrones, that thing, yeah. Oh, she kind of looks like the Queen from Game of Thrones. And speaking of beauties, we have Grado. Beauties, get it? Anyway, yeah, and unfortunately, he's got to say goodbye. Always good to say cheerio. Cheerio to Impact, to America. To, as he says goodbye to macaroni and cheese. Like they don't have that in Ireland. Hot dogs. They don't have that in Ireland either. I mean, I'm sure you can get it somewhere, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Order it somewhere? Anyway. Well, he's saying goodbye to the fans, and you know, Joseph Park is like, you know, I'm sorry, Park. I'm sorry, Park. Couldn't help you out. Was that good? Was that a good impression? But yeah, man, it just didn't work out for him. And as he's saying goodbye, and he was over. I mean, the fans absolutely love the guy. He's legit. He's over. But something weird happens. Well, Laurel Van Ness comes out. Huh? No, I didn't really see the. Hold on, let me take a look at this. Ooh. Well, apparently Laurel Van Ness is back to Laurel Van Ness, and she comes out looking absolutely beautiful in that beautiful sequin gold dress. God, she fills that out well. Woo, woo, woo. You know it. Anyway, so long story short, she basically gets in the ring, and she says it's just been amazing. Like, you know, you're the peanut butter to my jelly. You're the barbecue sauce to my ribs. You're the Ray to my Laurel Van Ness. And will you marry me? And Grado says, oh, yes. But then her overpossessive friend, Congo Kong, starts to come to the ring. What is the deal? Did they, like, you know, did they do that? Anyway, because I mean, who protects a friend like? I mean, let's see. Maybe he has like a boyhood crush. It'll be funny if they go into like a gimmick where Congo Kong is just really depressed after she gets married to this, because you know she's and listen, the chubby guys, we need love too. You know what I mean? Hey, my woman is way hotter than I deserve. You know what I mean? I'm a good guy, and Grado appears to be a good guy. So don't tell me that Grado wouldn't have a shot. Okay? I just finished watching a stupid movie with The Rock called Baywatch the other day, which I didn't pay in the movie theater to see. I saw it on my phone, and then the freaking geeky chubby guy got the hot chick. It happens. Again, he was packing a 12-inch killer, but anyway, that's in the movie. You have to check it out. So we go backstage, and we have oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Congo Khan's gonna go and kill these guys, but Mahabali Shira comes out, and he puts a stop to that quickly, and Congo Kong backs off. Weird. Jim Cornette's in the office, and he's sitting with Eddie Edwards, who we had here at OneWrestling.com, and he says, "You know what, Eddie? I remember when I first met you. It was in the Hammerstein Ballroom, and I remember you had a broken arm, and I spoke to dude, I forgot that. What the hell did he speak to? Anyway, Adam Pearce. I said, who's that boy over there with the broken hand? You gonna wrestle tonight?" Anyway, he puts over how you know how tough he was, and how Global Force would really love him to be champion. And speaking of that, the 20-man gauntlet starts. And before that, we have LAX, who is well, serious, like LA period. And you know, they talk to Low Key, and I'm not even gonna get into the whole Low Key thing. If you guys don't know, Low Key is no longer with Impact Wrestling. Or, well, he is with Impact, but he has requested his release. But they haven't granted it him yet. I'm going to get into that a little more, the Impact attack. But anyway, Gauntlet for the goal. So I'm going to run down all the competitors, and I'm just going to give you a couple of little tidbits as we go along. So, excuse me. Number one was Eddie Edwards. Number two was Eli Drake. Dummy. Yeah, number three was Mario Baccara. Number four was Eddie Kingston, making a comeback to Impact Wrestling. Number five was Braxton Sutter. And number six, Braxton Sutter. And number six was the standby wrestler, Dick Justice, or as we know him in Impact, Richard Justice. That's Y'all Bin Hameen's favorite wrestler. Does a couple of warm-up squats before he gets to the ring. He walks around the ring trying to get people to help him out, or he wants to help people, but nobody wants anything to do with him. Very funny stuff. He looks fantastic in that singlet, by the way. You have number 7 EC3, and he tells Justice, "Hey, dude, I'll help you out. You'll be my friend." And then he kicks him in the balls and throws him over. He had to lift his stomach first. But anyway, number 8 was Congo Kong. And Congo Kong was face-to-face with Mahabali Shira, who comes in at number 10. Number 9 was Suicide. And Mahabali Shira is able to lure Congo Kong towards the rope, pull the rope down. Congo Kong goes over the top rope. The reason why I, had to bring that up is because, well, Congo Kong was the biggest guy in the freaking match. And basically, Congo Kong was beating the hell out of everybody. And then at one point, everybody was beating the hell out of Congo Kong at one time. She should have did in the beginning. Number 11 was Chris Adonis. And then we have El Hijo de Fantasma. And then number 13, lucky number 13, was Johnny Nitro. No, not Johnny Nitro. John Morrison. No, not John. Johnny Mundo. Johnny Impact. The fans didn't know what the hell to think when they saw that name on the screen, but when he came out to a nice pop. Johnny Impact is fantastic. I gotta be honest, I think this is gonna be short term. I see this guy on the NXT roster like yesterday, and then quickly moving up to the WWE roster, SmackDown preferably. So I'm just telling you that's where I believe it's gonna happen. Then we have Garza Jr. Do we see the burrito? We'll find out later. Falabal, then KM, Taiji Ishimori, who made a great. I love this kid. This guy is just a brick house. Then we have Bobby Lashley at 18, 19 Moose, and then number 20 was Loki. And by the way, by the time we hit number 19, we saw the burrito. Last 4 people in the ring was Eddie Edwards, Johnny Impact, Eli Drake, Moose, and wait, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Sorry. Anyway, we go back and forth, guys, and it was good. I like the whole Royal Rumble gimmick with the numbers count 3, 2, 1, yay, Happy New Year. I like that stuff. And then I like the fact that the last 2 people in the ring, and I think the Royal Rumble should be the same way, to be honest with you, but it's a battle royal, so they have to differentiate. But the last 2 people in the ring should be, well, who should it be? It's the first 2 people in the ring. Eli Drake, dummy. Yeah, I'm talking. And Eddie Edwards, and they battled, and finally Eddie Edwards is hit with Eli Drake's finisher, which is like a Skylord Slam for the 1, 2, 3, goes over clean. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, while this is happening, American Top Team is losing their minds. They're assaulting, and I think they assaulted another freaking official, and you have Bobby Lashley trying to. It was just not good stuff. Scott D'Amore's involved. I mean. But ladies and gentlemen, I've said this before. I think I said it here. That before the end of this calendar year, 2017, Eli Drake would be the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. The Global Force World Heavyweight Champion. My question to you is, do you like him? Do you think he makes a great Global Force World Heavyweight Champion? I think he does. And I think he's going to have a nice run. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been my review, not even a report, more of a review of Impact Wrestling, GFW Impact Wrestling, here at OneWrestling.com. Ladies and gentlemen, I always say this. I would do this for a living, but if I couldn't, I would do it anyway. Why? Because I love talking wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a follow at Big Ray Show on all social media. Hey, find me on Facebook at Raymond Big Ray Hernandez. Follow us here as a family at One Wrestling and at Big Slam Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, in the words of the legendary Bill Apter, we'll see you at the matches. In the words of my brother Bill Schuyler, who always sits over my shoulder in heaven, we'll see you down the road. Hey guys, thank you for joining me here, and hey, don't forget, go over, subscribe here first, subscribe to our great content, then head over to Hacker Hameen, anywhere you listen to your favorite audio content, and subscribe for the Impact Attack, for the Conspiracy Horsemen, for the Pro Wrestling Reflection podcast, couldn't even speak, the Infinite Fringe, the PW Hustle, just more and more content every single week. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you guys. I'll see you. Bye. Oh, by the way, Conor McGregor knocks out Floyd Mayweather in the 8th or 9th round. You heard it here. Conor McGregor will knock out, and I'll get into it in the Impact Attack, will knock out Floyd Mayweather in the 8th or 9th round. How? Stay tuned to the podcast, guys. See you there. Peace.